Lightweight bout, Joaquim Silva coming in at minus 320 against Clay Guida, sitting at plus 245. Over under 2.5 rounds, minus 115 for the over, minus 115 for the under. The 41-year-old Clay Guida still doing the damn thing. You see the record there, a wealth of professional experience. Silva 2-3 in his last 5. Guida is also 2-3 in his last 5. It's an interesting fight. You see the wide line there. We all know Clay Guida is always game as an underdog, but in this one, I mean, he's 41. We saw his last fight against Rafa Garcia. You could tell the age was there. You could really tell because Rafa Garcia is more of a takedown guy, does have some good stand-up, but Rafa Garcia landed 141 significant strikes on Clay Guida. There was just no answer for the boxing of Garcia. And Clay Guida 0 for 3 on takedowns, couldn't get anything going there. It just wasn't a good performance for him. Kind of got beat up. And for his opponent, Joaquim Silva, coming off the loss to Sarukian, it was, I mean, I would say it's probably like a bright side for him. I mean, he got dominated in the first round, but he was able to crack him in the second and then get finished in the third. But I mean, he was like a plus 800 underdog in that one. Big underdog. Nobody expected him to win, but at least he had some moments in that one. His UFC career has been up and down. I mean, he's taken losses to Ricky Glenn, Nasrat, Hack Paras, Vince Pichel. And then he's got a couple wins on his record. Jesse Ronson most recently, and then a win over Jared Gordon that ages pretty decently back in 2018. So heavy-handed Joaquim Silva going up against Clay Guida, who's just a junkyard dog, mostly known for his wrestling. Interesting matchup, wide line. What do you got on this one?
Yeah, this one just seems simple to me. Clay Guida, 42 years old, or is going to be turning 42, I think, a week after this fight against Silva, who's just dangerous at all times. And having a 42-year-old who, kind of just disregards the power of his opponents and just marches forward and gets into these wars with guys. I just don't think at this age it's going to fare well. We saw the power in Silva in his last fight when he about put Sarukian out, and we've seen it in past fights too, where he has knocked guys out. And the big thing for him too, I think his jiu-jitsu is very, very good on the ground. And Clay Guida has been submitted 9 times in his professional career. One as recently as Claudio Puelles, where he caught him in the knee bar. And with Clay, his style is just so wild. I think he puts himself in some of these bad situations. He's just that much of a dog where he wants to get in these wars. He just has no regard for his opponent's strengths, weaknesses. He's just out there fighting the same style at all times. I mean, Rafa Garcia was able to take him to decision and just beat the brakes off him on the feet. And I think Silva is a 10 times more dangerous fighter than Garcia. He could catch him with the power and on the ground. If Clay does want to wrestle, not going to be surprised if he gets caught in something. I'll probably be playing the Silva submission line, just seeing how many times Clay has been submitted and seeing how good Silva's jiu-jitsu truly is. I could see a club and sub, or I can see Guida shooting in for a takedown, somewhere middle to later in the fight, and Silva snatching up the neck, taking the back, something like that. Yeah, so give me Joaquim Silva to win this fight. Love Clay, though. It could be fight of the night, too. You just never know with Clay Guida.
Yeah, the concerning thing for me is Silva has been knocked out, 3 times in his UFC career. So if you're betting chalk, it's never like a good thing to have a guy that could get knocked out at any moment. Clay Guida doesn't have the heaviest of hands. On the Clay Guida side, in 61 professional fights, he's only been knocked out twice. So, I mean, the guy has a chin on him. And both those knockouts came in the 3rd round. So they're not like, getting cold cocked in the 1st round or anything like that. He's taken some damage. So Joaquim Silva, he's heavy-handed early for sure. I think he should get this thing done as long as he, sticks to a game plan, doesn't get into some weird, Clay Guida type of fight where it's going his way. So I think Joaquim Silva gets the win here. He'll be the pick for me.